Hi everyone, it's Angela with Create Your Future. Happy Saturday. Thank you for being here. So in our video today, I am again answering a question, a comment that was left on one of my videos. And this is all about dealing with that third party and your SP, the pain, the emotions, things like that, that can very often crop up and make us feel powerless and stuck in a particular state where we just are having trouble even believing and moving forward. So that is what we're going to talk about today. And if you find yourself in a similar situation, I intend that this is really going to be beneficial and give you that breakthrough moment. Guys, if you want to work with me, links for that are down below. Also, the links for my course, Awaken to I Am. This course has had so much feedback. It's all about helping you realize who you are. Who are you being? Are you stepping into your power? Are you appropriating your power and seeing those shifts and those changes in your reality? So if you're interested in that course, also look down below in the description box and find the links to get my course. All right, guys, let's jump into our video. So the comment that was left was, what do you do when your person has moved on, or it looks as if they have moved on with that third party, and that pain and all of the emotions that you are feeling within are so intense that you just feel paralyzed by that. And I get it, and I can relate, okay? So what I want to tell you first and foremost is it's so important to allow yourself to feel whatever is coming up with your current circumstance, okay? You are a human being. You were created to experience, that full range of emotions. So when we are feeling certain feelings and we feel like, oh no, I'm going to mess up the manifestation, or you feel guilty because you're not stronger and things like that, you're basically resisting that feeling. You're resisting that. And as we know, whatever we resist is going to persist. So it's really important to allow yourself to feel those feelings. You're human, you're normal. And this sort of thing brings up all sorts of feelings in everyone, right? This is a normal thing. So I want you to allow yourself to feel those feelings. If you're in a situation like this, if it's, that rejection and that hurt and that pain, whatever that might be, allow yourself to feel it as often as you need to, right? It doesn't go away just a one-time cry and then, you're done with it. As often as you need to, allow yourself to feel that and tell yourself it's okay to not feel okay, that this is part of the process. This is part of me allowing these things to move through my reality. And remember, your emotional state is also a part of your 3D experience, okay? So it's something that is just showing up, right? And you're going to recognize it. You're going to allow it. You don't have to fight it. And tell yourself, this is part of the journey, part of the process. I am going to fully allow myself to feel what I'm feeling. Because as you do that, and as you process, and as you give yourself permission to feel like this, those intense feelings begin to diminish, and they just weaken, and they become fewer and far between until eventually you're not even really identifying with those feelings. They're no longer a part of your 3D experience. But in the beginning, or until you have processed them and allow them to be, they can be very intense. So be gentle, allow yourself to feel those things by reminding yourself also that it is okay. Okay, no shame, no guilt. You're not messing anything up. It's okay. It's part of the process. All right. I really want you to understand that piece. Now, the second part to that, though, is regardless of how you're feeling, regardless of your emotions, regardless of that state that you find yourself in, you still have a conscious thinking mind, right, that chooses thoughts. So if you're feeling the pain of rejection, feeling pain of maybe not being wanted, get get a hold of your thoughts, be aware of your thoughts, and don't let your thinking begin to loop with those feelings. So if you're feeling rejected, don't begin to think I'm rejected. If you're feeling unwanted, don't begin to think that I am unwanted. I want you to remind yourself that regardless of how you feel, regardless of this temporary emotion, this temporary state with your feelings, you still get what you want. You are still looking at the end that you prefer. You are still choosing a better outcome. You are still the one writing the story. You are the captain of your ship. You are directing everything with your thoughts. So harness that energy. I made a video last week, a couple weeks ago, I'm not sure when it's come out, about, your feeling state and continuing to push through with your conscious thoughts, regardless of how you feel. Okay. So that's what this part is about, regardless of that pain and even allowing the pain and recognizing the pain, you can remind yourself, I am still believing that I get what I want. I am the operant power. I am in charge because I am the only one in my head. I am choosing different outcomes. And although I feel bad right now, although I feel rejected, that is not my truth. My truth is what I'm telling myself. And I'm telling myself, this situation works out for my favor. This situation works out the way I want it to. This situation is headed towards the end that I choose. That is your gift. That is your birthright. Use your conscious thinking mind to always remind yourself that no matter how you feel in those really down moments, you are still in charge by choosing different outcomes. So don't let your thoughts begin to loop and take you down that rabbit hole with your feeling state, okay? Stay aware of your thoughts and pull your mind back out and remind yourself that you still can have the desire that you prefer, all right? Now, let's also talk about that third party situation. Remember that a third party simply has come into your 3D experience because of something within you. Not feeling that you're good enough, not feeling worthy, feeling as if someone else could be better than you, okay? So the third party is not competition. The third party is not a threat. The thing that you have to really remember is it's all coming from within you, and it's a story of who you are that has created this experience. So sometimes we put that third party on the pedestal when we begin to really obsess about, well, why are they so great? Why are they better than me? Why are they so amazing? Why did my SP choose them? But I want you to know that that is only a reflection of your internal story. So take them off of the pedestal and then create a new story for that third party. Now, I would like to recommend that you give the third party really as little attention as possible. So just create a story that serves your end and something that's very easy for you to grasp a hold of. So, the third party has just moved on. They found something that works better for their life. They met someone that is better for them, and intend that it is, the best case scenario for all, that is easy and effortless, that is just a simple transition. Just make this as lighthearted as possible and just intend that they have moved on, and then take your attention off of them. Because where we put our attention, we are putting our energy, and we don't really want to give our energy away to the third party. There's simply something within you. So take your attention off of them, other than deciding that they have moved on. And it's easy. It just happened. It's effortless. They have moved on. They are now out of the life of your SP. Okay. So take them off of the pedestal. Don't worry about them too much. Remind yourself that you have created this just because of something within you not feeling worthy. They're not a threat. They're not competition, and you're just intending the very best for them in a different setting, okay? That's how you deal with a third party, all right? Now, let's also talk about your SP. Now, this is the juicy part, the good part, all right? You can rewrite this story with your SP. Rewrite it to be anything that you want. So I would encourage you to sit down with, a piece of paper and just write out in detail all of the things that you would want in that relationship, the perfect relationship with your SP. The way you want them to show up for you. You want them to show up being devoted to you and only you. You want them to show up supporting you in every capacity, supporting the things that you care about, being equally vested in the health and the happiness of your relationship, whatever all of your details might be. Write those things down, get very detailed on them, and then revisit that list about your SP, about your relationship daily. I would say at least twice daily. Keep that fresh in your mind, that is your story. And, while you're doing that, remind yourself that you are the director, the writer, the one in charge of your story and your reality. Okay? Reinforce that power within you, reinforce your I am state, and focus in on this new story about your SP. Now, this also would involve, not giving attention to that 3D moment, that very temporal version of your SP that you might be aware of. Don't look on social media. Don't go out of your way to find out if things have changed and what's going on. Put your attention instead on your internal story, because the 3D is not your truth. Okay, the 3D is not your truth. The 3D does not have power to create your future experience. What is internal, what is inside of you, that is the power to create your 3D experience in tomorrow and in next week and in next month. That is the power. That is your truth. So take your attention off of what you see currently. Make sure that you keep your thoughts and your focus primarily on the things that you prefer, on this new version of SP, this new relationship. Focus on that most dominantly, because when these things become most dominant within you, that is when you see them show up. So just as much as you can, avoid that 3D moment. It has no power unless you choose to put your attention there, unless you choose to reinforce it by giving it your energy. But I'm telling you that your energy is very powerful, and you can choose instead to put it on the internal story. And then you're going to see that show up, okay? And guys, the last thing is choose happiness. And what I mean by that is, after you have, looked at your intentions daily and focused on the things that you prefer, after you have thought about that new version of SP, then go about your day. Find things to enjoy. Find things to do that you like. Find things to do that make you happy. And when the SP comes to mind or the third party comes to mind, remind yourself you have a new story. There's a new outcome. Third party has moved on. SP now is in alignment with the things that you choose. That is the mental diet, right? And so from a place of being fulfilled in what you do have currently in your 3D, things that give you joy, friends, family members, hobbies, whatever, from this place, keep that mental diet in check, reminding yourself of the new story, okay? This is probably one of the most important things, that mental diet, and allowing yourself to focus on other things and finding fulfillment and joy in other things. Because your joy, your fulfillment is not going to come from SP. It comes from within. It comes from you being you and enjoying your life, right? And this is a powerful energy. When you are enjoying life, doing things, having a good time with the people that you do have in your life, and redirecting your thoughts, redirecting your story to the outcome that you prefer, when that little thought comes in that is hurtful, oh no, there was somebody else. Nope, that's the old story. The new story now is third party moved on and we are happy and we're together. That is the biggest part of all of this, right? Living life and keeping that mental diet in check, staying focused on what you do prefer. You become so irresistible and magnetic when you do that. So guys, those are my tips for dealing with that pain and that difficult process that we sometimes have to go through when there's a third party. But I would like to say also, be gentle, be very, very gentle on yourself. Allow yourself to experience the feelings and the things that come into your subconscious state. Be gentle with it and know that it absolutely can turn around, that it absolutely can change, all right? I've helped clients deal with this. I've had clients have great success. And if one person can do it, you can do it, all right? So I intend that you are so encouraged and you know that you can do it, all right? Thanks for watching, guys. If you want more help, book a session and we could get started on working on your situation, okay? Thank you, guys. See you next week. Bye.